Good Friday evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett here in the King 5 newsroom, and this is your weather update. We've got President's Day weekend. A lot of folks have a 3-day weekend, and we've got lots of weather headed our way. We've got some pretty easy stuff both Saturday and on Sunday, but then starting on Monday, we are tracking some changes that are going to be a reminder. There's still about 30 days of winter left. Let's dig right into it. Here are your headlines tonight. First of all, taking a look at another weak system that'll bring some showers and some mountain snow on Saturday. In fact, we're going to see some pretty consistent mountain snow through the weekend. More substantial system arrives on Monday that looks like it has a lot of moisture associated with it, but snow levels will stay fairly high. It could drop anywhere between 1 to 3 feet of snow up in the Cascades. And then, of course, everybody's talking about that cold air mass next week with some low snow potential, but I don't think it's going to be much. In fact, it'll be very similar to the last system. So taking a live look at SeaTac, and again, this is right around 9:30 on Friday night. Things looking pretty good there. Trains are moving well, not a whole lot of traffic. Cloud deck sitting in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. Once again, temperatures were below average by day, but not too bad. We actually increased a degree over yesterday for a high of 46. 39 in the overnights is still chilly, but that was 1 degree above average. We picked up a little bit of rain today, about 2/100ths of an inch in the gauges there, and that sunset was at 5:36. Take a look at the passes on this Friday evening. You can see some packed snow and ice up towards Stevens Summit, and a lot of folks taking advantage of the night skiing there. We're going to be picking up some new snow over the weekend and lots more next week. Snoqualmie Pass looks bare and dry right now. I was up there on Wednesday. The snowpack is in fantastic shape currently. So here's what we're looking at right now. That ridge of high pressure that has been basically keeping us kind of mellow through most of the week has now shifted off over top of the Pacific, and that's allowing a lot of moisture to come around the top of that. Remember, flow around a high is always clockwise, so that's why you're kind of seeing that curvature taking place pretty much parallel with British Columbia. But with that said, we'll be tracking a couple of weak systems that'll just kind of brush by both on Saturday and another one on Sunday. You can see that center of circulation well offshore there, and you can also see that big moisture plume that we're about to tap into once Monday rolls around. So putting the future into motion here, Friday night we're just tracking some showers basically from about Snohomish County northward and some light flurries. By Saturday morning, business picks up a little bit. We'll see some steadier rain from Seattle all the way up towards the Canadian border, a few showers out towards Hoquiam and the immediate coast there, and we will be seeing some steady snow from Baker all the way through Stevens and then kind of tapering towards Snoqualmie Pass. By about Saturday around dinner time, we'll start to see all of that kind of flush down towards the south there for just a few flurries left around Crystal Mountain, White Pass, and off towards Mount Rainier. On Sunday morning around 9 a.m., we're basically going to do the entire thing all over again. We'll see some snow that'll start flying up near Baker, make its way down towards Stevens and Snoqualmie with some showers filling in behind it. So by Sunday afternoon, it looks like we'll have some pretty steady rain off towards the islands, up towards the Canadian border, and across Snohomish County and down towards Tacoma. Now this is Monday morning. You notice those colors get quite a bit darker. We're going to be tracking some steadier and heavier rain to start the Monday morning commute off, which hopefully should be lighter with the holiday, but take a look at that snow up in the mountains. We'll see those snow levels drop down to about 3,000, 3,500 feet, and so it looks like it's going to be an active day up in the passes. Could be some watches and warnings associated with that. We're going to keep a close eye on that. By Monday, right around 2:30, those yellows indicate some heavier rain right along some of the foothill communities there, and it looks like a little bit of convergence will be setting up there too that will continue to drive snow up into the mountains through Tuesday morning. Speaking of snow accumulation, round 1 by Saturday morning will be pretty generous up towards Stevens and Baker. Snoqualmie, Crystal, and White Pass will get a little bit of a dusting there as well. But look at Sunday by 9 a.m. Looks like Baker's closing in on well over a foot. Stevens picks up about 8, Snoqualmie gets about 6 inches, and Crystal and White Pass will have about 3 there as well. By about Sunday night, Baker looks like it's got 2 feet, Stevens is over a foot, and Snoqualmie's not far behind. Some silver lining here. Overnight lows will be fairly mellow while we continue to keep that cloud cover and the warm sector of this system overhead. So looks like we'll be in the 30s, but everybody should stay above the freezing mark. High temperatures will once again be below average, but not too bad. We're talking about some mid 40s, even some low 50s in places like Shelton and in Olympia. 7-day forecast shows a lot to unpack here. We got some showers that'll traipse through both Saturday and on Sunday. Heavier rain with some gusty winds on President's Day itself. Then Tuesday is when the cool temperatures move in, and to be perfectly honest, the best window for any lowland snow to move in looks like it will be overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, but It's just going to be another one of those things where I think the moisture moves out before the cold moves in. So we're going to be talking about some flurries, maybe an inch or two here or there, but nothing that looks like it's going to be snowmageddon or shut the Pacific Northwest down. We'll do our best to keep all of that snow up high. But with that said, looks like it's going to be very cold next week. By the time we get into Thursday and Friday, our highs will be in the 30s. Our overnight lows will be in the 20s. So make sure you keep it bundled and you keep it tuned here to King 5. Once again, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett on this Friday evening. Have a great holiday weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and keep looking up.